we got a lot to talk about today. Government shutdowns? What? Come back and I'm going to show you how there's no need to worry. Be right back. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Sherry, and I am here with our weekly private life show. Okay, it's a lot going on in the news, right? Right at the very last minute. So I want to, oh, you know what? I rebooted my system. I cleared out all of the cache and the cookies. And I can see right now that I'm going to need to redo my little ticker. But in the meantime, well, my name is down there, so we're good. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you too. All right, well, listen, while I am changing this, let's go ahead and get started with what we need to talk about today. And so, what we need to talk about is, first of all, the government is planning on shutting down, right? And so there's no need to worry about that, because if you are status corrected, it doesn't affect you at all. Y'all, let me go and check my little spelling, because I be messing up on this. Okay. But it doesn't affect you if you're status corrected. And we say this all the time. A lot of the stuff that goes on in the media, well, first of all, a lot of it is scripted. Okay. So we know that. Okay. Everything is an act, it's all acting. Okay. Now, when I say acting, some of you are like, well, some of these things, really do happen, Dr. Sherry. I mean, a lot of these things that they talk about, it is going to happen. And you're right, because they're playing out a script. And you have to understand that. You have to understand where you are in the script. Okay. You have to understand that a lot of the script does not involve you. I am saying thank you for asking. Okay. That's right. So a lot of the script, it doesn't even affect you at all. So when they're talking about the government shutting down, don't be dismayed. Don't, when you hear about Amazon going on strike, Starbucks going on strike, everybody's going on strike. You guys, you have to understand all of this is time. All of this is time, because right now, let's just go to the energy now. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. So when we talk about energy, right now we're around the holidays, and a lot of people are in a festive mood. The majority are in a festive mood. The majority are happy. And we know for this time of year, some people, this is very, very rough for them. And we understand that. But I'm talking about as a collective right now. As a collective, energies and emotions are high, because it is the holiday. People are excited. People are doing things, gifts. The children are happy, and we know that the children are the nearest and dearest to God's heart. Okay, so make sure you understand that. So by that happening, the energy on the planet is very, very high. All right. And so they have to bring those emotions down. So what do they do? For those that are really into, like the social media and really into watching CNN and news and all of that, the daily news, the morning news, the nightly news, all of the news they are projecting this out there, okay, to really get you off target, to get you mentally, your emotions mentally dormanted, to come down. All right. And so you have to control that. You have to control that and not worry. All right. And so when you move into a space of not worrying, a lot of times you were status corrected, because you understand you literally move back to the place you were in when you were born. All right. When you came from our creator. That's all that means. That is all that means. Okay. So when your status corrected, you move back to the sovereign state of where you were when you were born, when you had your unalienable rights. All right. So if you're in that state, you are not mentally tormented by all of the distractions and everything that is happening in the world. You're not there. Okay. You're not mentally engaged or involved. Let's see what's happening here. Hey, Kosh. That's right. Distractions. This is all distractions, okay, to bring you from the space that you need to be. And so you have to understand that. You have to have a clear understanding. I say this every week, don't I? You have to have a clear understanding of who you are. You have to, because if you don't, this information highway that they have going on, it will continue to bring you down, 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 and it will put you in a state of worry. You don't ever want to be in a state of worry. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that, making sure you understand to stay focused. Okay, stay focused on what you need to do. All right, so that's one thing I wanted to talk about is what they're talking about, the government shutdown. Now, let's talk about some good news for those that are status corrected. You guys, we're coming out with our first class on December 28th for those that are status corrected or that are trying to become status corrected, so you can begin to take ownership of your land and ownership of your homes through bringing forth that land patent / land grant, depending on where your land is. Our class is starting December 28th, but I am so excited because I was listening to a seminar that was done, and the assemblies, our American government, our true American government, is going to actually begin a website, open up a website where we can actually record our land patents and go to find the land patents on that website. So we don't have to get involved at all with the de facto, that our information will be housed at our assembly, at our government's website. This is huge news, especially in time for us to begin to do our class starting on December 28th. So if you're not registered, let me finish this down here. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Visit our website. I'm typing this as I'm saying it. I got to check my spelling because y'all know when I go so fast, I be missing all the stuff. Okay, look at that. I got 2 O's. Visit our website. Okay, www.newstatusnewlife.com. Make sure I spelled everything right. Okay, let me see if I can put this down as a ticker. Okay, it's just showing down there. Where's my ticker? Oh, my banners. You guys, there it is. I'm in the wrong spot. There it is right there. Okay, let me go back to my comments now. Let me see what we got. Okay, Cassia, wow, that's awesome. Is it teaching on a allodial title? I'm saving up to have y'all do my status correction. Yes, we're actually going to be teaching about it is a allodial title. That's what the whole class is about. It's about you gaining your power back through that land patent, which a lot of people don't know about. Okay, they don't even understand that when you have a deed, all that's in the British system. That's their system. Okay, it's all paper. Everything is involved in paper. No real property. That's why when you go to your documents, okay, it'll say that there is an exchange of $10. Okay, but they don't tell you that silver dollars. So if you really want to, like a mortgage closing, and you gave them 10 silver dollars, that would actually be the transfer of that property exactly. Okay, now the thing would be, would they accept it? Because remember, the actual lender is never at the table, just the closing attorney. They never show up. All this is purposely done. And when you begin to learn that system and really know how to operate in that system, you know how to weave yourself out of it and break that contract and really make moves that are stabilizing your life to the point that you are really moving in a state that God expected you to move in with your unalienable rights. All right. So that class is starting on the 28th. That land recording system for the land patents, I'm waiting for them to drop any day now. I think they say it's going to be before the new year. So I'm so excited about that. You guys, we are making such huge moves right now. It is unbelievable. All right. So we talked about the government shutdown. We talked about the land patent class starting on December 28th. And again, if you're interested, just go to newstatusnewlife.com. We talked about the new land recording system being up and running, so we can actually record our documents there. Yes, all right. So now I want to talk about Global Bank. You guys, they actually sent out an email that was profound. It was extremely large, okay? Extremely long and large, okay? Yes, yes, wow, yes. But it was extremely large and long, but it was worth reading, okay? They're getting ready, you guys. Listen, I'm telling you right now, and I can't stress this enough, and it just hurts my heart for those that are afraid. We're still in that space where people are afraid. Did I miss the opportunity to get the email? I'm not sure. If you have a global bank account set up, of which I've been screaming for everybody to get one, okay? If you have a global bank, you should have gotten an email. And if you're in our school, I actually posted the email for those who may have missed it, okay? But they are really getting ready, you guys, to launch this. I mean, when I tell you we're like at the door, we're like knocking at the door for it to about to explode. I'm just, I'm just so excited that, first of all, to be anointed and appointed for this movement, because I believe that a lot of people were given the opportunity to make a decision. Yep, you've been telling us. I have been telling you. I've been telling you. I didn't get anything from them yet. Again, they may have, and I don't know this to be a fact, you guys, but I do know they have a very small staff. Okay. And they may have put them on hold as far as starting accounts or what have you to get this thing out. And they said this, and I've been screaming this since the beginning. You go back to my private shows, going all the way back to the summer. I've been telling you guys that once this information got out, it was going to be an explosion. And I believe that is what is happening at that time. I think it is an explosion that is happening. Okay. I think it's explosion because people are hearing, people are now, we had our first Bill University. Yes. So if you participated in our first class, it's not too late to get the homework. Okay, you can still get the homework. But December 31st, I purged the system and we start for January. Okay, so every month we get new assignments, new things that we're going to do. So you can join us at any time, but it's just imperative that you get in position to get this homework, because we are really preparing people to get their life in order in every way possible. Okay, let me see what somebody said. Is it in the school library? Okay, I don't know if you're talking about the email or not. The email is actually on a community board. Okay, so you could just post it there. But as far as the Bill University, that is in the classroom. You can just click it and get information. And do understand that if you come in and get the homework, that's just for December, and you'll again have to come in for January. But you decide. You decide. But you guys, what I'm telling you, that all of this is moving in a way that people have heard. Everybody has heard at this point. If they say they haven't heard about this, they have to be not telling the truth. Okay. You are literally living under a rock, not to say that you haven't heard about anything with this now. All right. Everybody has heard about this movement that's going on. And so if you're in my orientations, by the way, I have an orientation tonight, Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go to newstatusnewlife.com for the registration, or over on my link bio. You can get us a whole lot of different ways now to register for tonight's orientation. Invite people over, you guys, that need to hear this information. But anyway, I told you guys that when people start hearing about this, it was going to be explosion. I believe it is exploding at this point. And at this time, people, those that are in position to like be in global banking, that's going to help. And, in these assemblies that are moving forth, trying to record people's documents, so on and so forth, there's so many people that it's only but so much that can be done at a time. So if you're in our school, we've been giving you information on how to try to cut around corners. You all know when I hear stuff, when I get information, I put it in there. A lot of this information I'm not going to put on my social media. I'm just not going to do it because it's not received well. Okay. It is not, it's just not. A lot of people are still the cowardly lion, like I was speaking of early in the Wizard of Oz. They're afraid. And so with this information, you have to learn. You have to understand who you are. You have to put the time into study, study, study. I cannot stress it enough. You have to study this information. I mean, if you're studying, you see a clear divide now of the tare and the wheat. The Bible is like speaking. Okay. Now there is, I got to go see if it's uploaded. You guys, there is a Hopi. I hope I'm saying it right. I don't know if it's Hopi or Hopi, Hopi. I'm going to say Hopi, or it might be Hopi, whatever which way it is. Prophecy. Okay. There's a prophecy. I think it's Hopi. There's a prophecy that was done years ago, like years ago, that has come back and been fulfilled. And parts of it now is still being fulfilled. So I was trying to upload it on my page yesterday. I want you to go and check and maybe upload it there now. But you guys, it's this guy that actually broke that prophecy down. Okay, so he is before the actual Native American that gave the prophecy. So he's breaking it down in the beginning, and then at the end, you'll actually see the prophecy. You have to go and look at that. When I tell you, if you're alive right now, and I know you're alive if you're listening to this, but for those that are alive, you have no idea how you are living at such an extreme time. We are in the age of Aquarius, right? You remember that song? The age of Aquarius. That song came out when I was a little girl. All right. But they knew back then that this day was going to come, that we were going to move out of the age of Pisces, which was all knowing. Okay. Pisces was all knowing. Everybody knew everything. That was us getting the information. But now we're in the age of Aquarius, which is all doing. And Aquarius, the sign Aquarius, is about community. It's about being social, right? It's about technology. And all of that is coming forth now. That is literally what is happening as we speak. You see that there are communities that are moving together, not even family, communities. When we say communities, we're talking about like-minded people coming together as one, moving together on one accord. When I tell you, it is so beautiful in our school. I can't even, words can't even express. And you all know I was a pastor before. So I've been in that community space of church, and I've been an assistant pastor. As they said, I grew up in church. Okay. This is different. This feeling is different. I can't even express in words. Yes, study. Yes, it is hope. Now, no, you're saying Hopi or Hopi. But I think it's Hopi. All right. But let me see what she said. I know a lot of them here in Arizona. Okay. All right. Yeah. So hopefully it has uploaded that prophecy. But anyway, when I am speaking about the sense of community and that feeling of oneness, you know the difference between when we were in the age of Pisces and what's happening now, being in the age of Aquarius. Everything is so beautiful. It's a oneness. I'm trying to put it in words and I can't, because it's not a word. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that everybody counts. Everybody is somebody, so, again, I'm not trying to promote the school, so to speak. I'm just trying to get you to understand that you need to find your community. I found mine. Those that are in, they know what I'm talking about, but you need to find that space, those people, and it's not family. Okay, it may not be your family. It may be some members in your family, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's bigger than family. It's a feeling on a higher level. Let me see what some of you guys are saying. It is for us to do action. Yes. Cash, that's interesting because in the Old Testament they're supposed to obey the word, but New Testament we don't obey the word, we do the word. So there it is. Well, remember now, everything, all of this comes from the scrolls, which was the real information, and so we're having to get it in bits and pieces and kind of put it together, and that's what's happening there. Yes, our school is awesome. It is our school. Yes, it's actually spelled SKOOL. Like hope. Okay, now how Hopi. Well, I was saying it right there, the Hopi, because y'all know I'm serious when it comes to pronouncing names and that. I'm just over the edge when it comes to stuff like that. I don't like getting anybody's name wrong. I'm real. What's that word? Anal. I'm real anal when it comes to that. It's the feeling of the spiritual manifesting in the physical. I really believe that's what's happening. I feel it. I know that's what's happening because I feel it. I feel it. And the thing about it is that the information that we're getting, y'all, I'm telling you, it's top of the line information. We're getting so much information that's crucial to how we move. I dare not post some of this stuff out here. I dare not post some of this stuff. Our information is so profound that we had a student that actually, listen now, a student who's been learning this information just like all of us, he single-handedly instructed a public offender, told the public offender what to do, what to file, and he won the case. And the case was against one of his relatives, and the plaintiff was the state of Texas and the FBI, and they won. They won using common law. You can't tell me this stuff doesn't work. You can't tell. I'm telling you, you cannot tell me. I'm just telling you right now. I'm seeing too many examples of people winning. I've won. Okay, it's the feeling of spiritual manifest. Okay, I think I read that one. Let me see. Yes, you did pronounce it now. Yes, okay. Divine information. It is divine information. Luke. Okay, so what I'm telling you right now is that we are taking the law of God, and whoever you call your creator, okay? Because y'all know how I feel about that. Everybody was raised differently. Everybody, who they call their creator, it might be different. But to me, in my spirit and my soul, I know we all are pointing to the same divine manifestation of our creator that created us. I know that in my heart of hearts, right? And what is happening right now, no matter what your language is, what your belief is, we all are meeting in this one space, in your own language, in your own tongue, but we're saying the same thing. I know that's what's happening. And I so want so many people to feel what I'm feeling. I want so many people to experience what I'm experiencing, to be able to bring some of these corporations down to their knees. I was doing a consultation yesterday of helping somebody get their stuff in order for a case that's coming up. And I'm not an attorney. Okay, I wouldn't want to be an attorney. Okay, let's just get that straight. I don't want anything to do with anything that has an acronym BAR. All right. But what we do on this side is that we teach the law of God. And we teach you how to take that law of God into those corporation areas, systems, courtrooms, what have you. And we get them using their own codes and statutes. And some people be like, well, we don't use this codes and statutes. We go in equity. Well, go in equity. But to me, and listen, just hear me out on this. If I'm going to beat the enemy, and the enemy has made me aware of their weapon that they're going to try to use against me, wouldn't it be smart to master their weapon? I mean, to me, that's just common sense. Wouldn't it be smart to master the weapon that they are planning on using against me? And that's what we've done. We've mastered it. Okay. We are handcuffing them, breaking them all the way down, leaving them in a state of stuttering, not knowing what next move to make because we have a plan A, B, and C for whatever they're going to say and do. That's the defense you want. No, I'm not doing any administrative processes. I'm not even learning that mess. You know why? I'm sending one letter and I'm giving you one opportunity to get this thing straight. And if you don't get it straight, I'm about to come in on your playing field and I'm going to do some damage with your weapon. That's how it's going down over here. That is how it's going down. It's divine timing. This is the answer to our prayers. Yes, and it's a beautiful time to be alive. So if you're experiencing situations, you guys, in your life, you just don't know what to do, I always say this as well, make a plan. If you don't know what plan to make, if you need help, if you just are in a state where life is going haywire, and trust me, they have it set up that it is going to go haywire. The LLCs are a trap, just like the PPPs were a trap. Getting this business funding when you have a business and all of that is a trap, you guys. It's a trap. It is a planned out a way of getting you to bite into their system, get into the system. Once you get into their system, they clamp down on you and you can't get out. You have to learn how to get out. You have to learn how to break those contracts, okay? And so this is what we teach you to do. And trust me, I don't care where you are right now. You can see the separation. You can literally see there's people that know. They know what they're doing. They know who they are. They know how to move in this world. And there's people that don't know, and they stay in a state of worry. They stay in a state of not understanding. They stay in a state of being confused and not knowing how to move, and thinking that somebody has to tell them what to do all the time. Nobody tells us what to do. We self-govern. You don't tell me what to do. I'm telling you, and you're not even going to try to tell me what to do. Okay, that is not happening, not now, not ever, not for the rest of my life with any corporation, not just corporation, anyone tell me what to do. I'm going to move how I see fit to move, where I want to move, how I want to move, when I want to move, and what move I'm going to make. Now, you heard that, right? I'm serious. I might be laughing, but I ain't playing no games where that's concerned. It is what it is. So I want you to get to the point that you can stand on your square and say and do the same thing. Nobody's not going to tell you what to do. Nobody's not going to direct your life. It's not happening. And you got to get to the point that you can stand flat-footed in a courtroom and say that to, y'all know I was in a court case one time. I had 6 attorneys. 6 attorneys lined up against me. I came in a courtroom with a folder. My mother was a witness to this, a witness. I came in the courtroom with a manila folder and 3 pieces of paper. There were 6 attorneys to the left that brought in stuff in crates and pulled things. I mean, they were ready to go to town, and I won. When I tell you, they looked like fools over there. The judge was like, well, I can't make her do anything. She's right in what she's presented to us right here. It's nothing I can do. And then she was like, at that time anyway, I had another last name. She said, well, would you like to reschedule? I said, no, I'm not rescheduling. They have to serve everything all over again. And then she was like, well, I can't make her do it. They were burnt red. So don't tell me it doesn't work. I've lived it. It does work. And I've done everything in my power to make sure I have studied to show thyself approved. All right, let me see what's going on in these comments here. Cassius, before you go, any quick suggestions on what to start reading for those who aren't status corrected just yet? Cash, are you in the school? And what was that case? I love hearing this. I'm not going to tell too much on here because we got some people that are just too nosy. But I will tell you this. It dealt with the corporation. And I had caught the corporation that you can easily do in a bunch of lies. It was over money, okay? And they just couldn't get a handle on it. They just couldn't because I was coming through too many doors and I slam dunked them. But I will tell you this. Any court case you get into, it 9 out of 10 times it's going to involve a corporation. Okay. Now, I'm talking about on the level of us trying to, get our lives through the status corrected mode. Now, we do know, let me just stress this and say this. We do know as status corrected natural men and women, we only have two laws. Okay. We only have two rules. We don't bring harm to someone, and we don't bring harm to someone's property. And so let me just say this. So, I had a discussion the other day about just this right here. And they were like, well, what if you're driving a car and you don't have any insurance and no license, and you say you're traveling and you hit a child by mistake? Again, as a status corrected person, you have to be responsible. You have to be responsible, and you have to take responsibility for when you do things wrong. And that's the level that a lot of people can't reach. A lot of people, they don't want to take responsibility, and they don't want to live responsible lives. And that's where, again, remember I told you, we're separating the tare from the wheat. So if I'm status corrected, I'm driving a car and I'm not paying attention, I'm on my phone and I hit a child by mistake and that child is injured, I have to take what's coming to me, because I was wrong. Okay. And it's important to state that you're wrong. It's important to take responsibility. Now, if I'm driving my car and I'm status corrected and it says 25 miles per hour and I'm saying I'm doing 27 and the child runs out, not paying attention to get a ball, and I hit the child and the child wasn't paying attention, well, that's not my wrong. I was, in the confines of the law. I was doing what I was supposed to do, because generally they give you up to 5 miles over the speed limit. So I'm not going to get in trouble for 27 because it fluctuate anything, but I was being responsible. Okay. And the child jumped out because the child was not paying attention. Different scenarios there. So again, when you are status corrected, status correction is not for everybody. You got to be responsible, baby. You got to be responsible for what you do, because remember, nobody tells you what to do. So you have to move right. You have to live right. You have to do right. Okay. All right. In the school, yes. And I asked about the case because they claim, everybody going to claim you ill. Okay. So when you learn how to deal with the fraud, you can use that same fraud in all cases. All right. That's what they all going to say. And they owe you. They owe you. I'm dealing with a case right now with the man. We're going back, I think, 8 years with his foreclosure. Oh, he's getting all his money back. He's getting back what they did to him. Trust me. Trust me. So if you've been foreclosed or evicted, you need to consider suing. You need to consider going back and getting yours, because I'm telling you, we're not playing no games. Everything that has been taken from me, I'm declaring. I'm getting it back. And these corporations have to decide, are they going to come in walking, or are they going to be crawling? Okay, because they're coming in. They're coming in. But in the school, I mean, if you go to the library, if I were you, I would just pray and meditate over it, because everybody's different. But if you go to the school, go to the library and just decide where you're going to begin, or go to our community meetings. There's a ton of meetings there. You can go to How to Win in Court. There's a ton of information there. Just pray and meditate to see where you're guided. Ooh, yeah, 8 years. Yeah. Oh, yes, we're going back. Because remember, United States versus Throckmorton says fraud vitiates everything. There's no statute of limitation on fraud. There's none. So if somebody did something to you 50 years ago, you can go back and get them for it, because if they did something fraudulent against you, and we know that there's no statute of limitation on fraud, I can come and collect. That's why we got to take our time with this. We got to make sure that we are standing flat-footed with every step that we take, because the thing about it, I don't like to go back and do steps over. So I make sure I'm right before I step out. And when I step out, where you see me coming, be sure to know when I'm there, I have already prepared to be there, okay? And I have a whole slew of information behind me that I'm going to be throwing at you like darts. I'm going to be throwing at you like darts. The only thing I can tell you is that you better have studied as much as I have studied. You better understand as much as I understand, because I'm coming like a bulldozer. Okay, and that's how I want our students to be. All right, you guys, I've been here a long time today. Okay, I want it all back. Absolutely. What time is it? Oh, now you know I'm showing out the deck. All right, I'm going to end this, you guys. I love you, love you, love you so much. We'll see you tonight. Invite someone. This is our last one that we're doing for 2024. All right. We will not even do a YouTube next week. All right. I'll see you guys. I'm going to be with my family. Get a lot of good things planned. I'm so excited. I am going to a place I have never been before for Christmas. I'm so excited. So anyway, we will see you in 2025, all the way live in 2025. So I'll see you tonight for our final orientation, and then we'll see you in the school for those that are in the school. All right, let me see what our last comment is. What about our loved ones that have passed on but not status corrected? They passed away, but not they passed away not knowing they were millionaires. Can we get back their stuff or no, because they aren't status corrected? Well, Cash, now I can tell you are not listening to any of my posts that I am putting in the school. Absolutely. If you're status corrected, you will be receiving back all of the restitution for not just yourself, but for your family members that have passed on. And do you know the best thing about this? They already know that you're owed the money, and they have already linked your relatives to you. Oh, yes, it's very simple. As long as they have that, your ends lieges, your sole proprietorships, your straw man's number, social security number, they have linked all of your ancestors. So if you're the only one that's status corrected in your family, you will receive the restitution for all of your loved ones. Isn't this beautiful? That's why I try to tell everybody, get your house in order so you can get ready to receive. Okay. All right. Yo, what? Apology. Let me go study. Yes, it's in there. I've talked about that a lot. Yes, we can get their stuff too. Absolutely. And Lord, my apologies. No worries. Listen, it's so much information. A lot of this stuff can go over your head. That's why I always try to rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, because sometimes people don't hear it all when they, the first time that I put it out. But yes, that's why I'm trying to stress to everybody, please go open up that global bank account and get in position. Okay, get in position to start getting those $5,000 deposits that they've, been given out, and then get in position to 5,000 AFD dollars. One AFD converts over to 1 ounce of gold. So whatever an ounce of gold is, I think last week it was like $2,600. It'll be $260 United States dollars. Okay. So 1 AFD equals to 260 United States dollars. And so it's important to get in order, because 2025 it's going to be like none other. I don't care what doom they try to put out in the atmosphere. It ain't no doom for us. Ain't no doom for us, okay? I don't know what they got going on, but ain't no doom going to be going on our side for those that have their house in order, all right? So get your house in order, and all's going to be well, okay? Let me see, Cash. Thank you. See you later. See you later, Cash. See you later, everybody. You know I love you so much. And again, happy holidays. Happy New Year. Join us again for our last orientation tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over to www.newstatusnewlife.com. All right. All right, you guys. Until next time. Ooh, this is a long one today, but this was good. This was good. We're ending out 2024 with a bang. Until next time. Bye-bye.